nights dirt, burn candles by the dust. Ignite the soul fire, sheer energy release, melt the heart. Mind star voice, hard want to wax. You get relax, unrest, unless undressed in the core. Episode slowly, watch away old skin. Let's bring the suffer. So far, so good. What's life got to offer? You stay curious, they analyze the facts. Who's there to encourage? Give it paddle they back. How come society wanna grow and ignore? Holding big team, never work as a chore. I adore each step, hop, skip, cadence. Travel this thing in the age of decadence. Do this reverence to the older veterans. Stripes to the chest, plus a chip on their shoulder. Street soldiers cut without severance, but keep hustling anyways. For the L or the F of it, effervescent like either way. Fear no evil once lost, now bound like the last bound down in the terror and inferno of Babylon. First and last down. First in, first drop, just whet my appetite, but couldn't satisfy my craving for beats. Rap tight like a Christmas gift. This night is an eve of a generation to uplift. Live life like a testimony. Simple rhymes, a difficult times, help a friend through a lonely tunnel. At the end, never remains just a funnel into a wine bottle and cork inside it. Mental so mind-boggling, a puzzle. Amazed at the grace, never reached the goal. Not twice in the gate, keep a preacher. So true knowledge of self, shine brighter than all for one. Pocket and polish you better to hold the sun. All the characters carry over your role. 24 karat gold these days. And your case closed with the end credits roll. Self-representative and elected, yes I give the get, give back to the constituents. Sit you in a chair, break down the affair. There's nothing fashionable.
Hi, I'm Diana. I'm from UCSB. Spring 2007, I went to Meiji Gakuin University. I think I had culture shock initially. The minute I got off the plane was like, oh my god, I kind of want to go back. Because the day we arrived in Japan, it was raining. And it was really gloomy. And like the weather was just totally different from what you expect. So I had initial culture shock and I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm here. But I think it took like really quick adjustment. So I adjusted really quickly. MISH stands for Meiji Gakuin International Student Housing. And it's a dormitory for international students just for UCs. And MISH was just pretty much like freshman year dormitory. It was really fun. Just knowing them and you see them 24/7. They're like your brothers and sisters.
It's raining outside, so we had to move the barbecue or the picnic inside the MISH.
Commentary always by Ramiro.
This is all of us sitting inside the MISH cafeteria.
We lived with about 21 people. All of us got along really, really well. Everyone was super chill. It was great because we were all experiencing everything at the same time. So we had a lot to talk about. We all became really good friends. We all became basically like a family.
The classes at Meiji Gakuin, there's classes there that you can never ever take at the UC. So it was, for me, it was just a really great chance and opportunity. So I took as much classes as I can because you're never going to have that kind of opportunity in your own school.
The Meiji Gakuin program helped me learn so much Japanese so fast because it was after every lesson of Japanese, you can go after school, kick it with your friends and actually use it right away. The Kyoto and Hiroshima field trip was seriously one of my best times in Japan. Hiroshima was such a good experience. So many things come to mind when I think of Hiroshima. One of the first things is we got to listen to a Hiroshima survivor speak, and that's very intense. Anywhere you went, you saw the ramifications of the atomic weapon. Our hotel steps were made out of demolished parts of the government building that was there at the time. It was just everywhere you went.
In the museum, there's just so many, there's so many stories in there, like enshrined in there. It was just so surreal. The trip to Kyoto was it was like a blast to the past in that there were just so many temples to see, and you really see like the old capital of Japan, and you get a feel of how like the emperor lived and how like the shogun lived, and we get to meet other buddies along in the program, and not just like the buddies we were assigned to, but like other people who had field trips along came with the UCs. So we really got to interact with them, and you just meet new people along the trip. The buddy system is pretty much like a conversational partner. The school gives you a buddy or multiple buddies, and they just take you around Japan, or they teach you more Japanese, and they pretty much just like help you become more like you feel like a citizen in Japan, and just like really becoming more Japanese, and just easing your way into the country. The buddies set up a lot of events for us to do. We went on a bus trip to Yamanashi Lake near Mount Fuji. And then we made udon, and we hiked and saw a lake and a cave.
I don't know if SICE or the buddies did it, but the cultural day was really cool. We wore kimonos. We did tea ceremony, which was all really cool.
After school, there was just so many things to do. You either go on a train and hop somewhere to some site that you've never been to, or you just hang out with the buddies and just eat dinner with them and karaoke, or do whatever that you really want to do.
Thanks to the buddies, I saw a lot of Japan I wouldn't have seen otherwise. We went to a lot of festivals while we were there. One of the first ones that I remember was the first Hanabi festival I went to, and it was one of the best fireworks displays I've ever seen. All the girls, or a lot of the girls, were dressed in yukatas, the summer sort of traditional dress, and a lot of the guys were, I don't know if they're called yukatas, but were dressed in their traditional dress.
Everybody is just like really into like, they have this energy, and you're just really into it, and you're like eating and watching like fireworks in your yukata. And I think it's just like one of the festivities that you really need to like really experience in Japan. Since being the 4 months there, I'd say like I got more of a glimpse of the Japanese culture. I mean, I don't understand like the entire like centuries upon centuries of history, but being there, I have like a little glimpse, a little window into what it's like in life in Japan, like how they feel with their history in the past and what they're going to do in the future. Coming back here is kind of like, you know what, I really had a great opportunity. I met new friends, I experienced things that I've never experienced in my life. And I think being at this age in college, like this is the time where you're really affected and you really change on who you are. And you have that, you start to get more of a grasp of who you want to be. And I think going to Japan at this time is really great. It just opens you up to a lot of doors.